Hello and welcome back to Enterprise Coworking Community Spotlight. This month we are sitting down with Taran Schneider, the Executive Director of Healthy Childcare Colorado. Taran, thank you so much for sitting down with us today.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
Of course. So let's get into it. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Healthy Childcare Colorado and what you guys do?
Yeah, happy to. So we are a statewide 501(c)(3) nonprofit organization, and our mission is to build safe, supportive, and healthy early childhood settings and systems where children and the professionals who work in those systems can learn and grow. And we do that work by really focusing in on three mission strategies. One is around supporting the workforce, making sure that we're strengthening and elevating the early childhood workforce. The second is around innovation, making sure that we're driving strategic and collaborative and responsive solutions to the issues that come up in our field, and that we're partnering with other organizations to do that work together. And our third mission strategy is around advocacy. So we want to advance policy and practices and make systems level changes.
Nice. All very important things, definitely. So how long has Healthy Childcare Colorado been operating?
So that's a good question and a little complicated. So we have actually been a standalone nonprofit for 7 years now, but our work goes all the way back 30 years in Colorado. So in 1995, uh, the Federal Administration for Children and Families and the American Academy of Pediatrics came together as a public-private partnership, and they created a Healthy Childcare America blueprint about how you can connect childcare and health and make that more integrated and intentional. And so they did that sort of on the national level, and then the federal government actually funded states to create their own healthy childcare initiatives. So the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment created Healthy Childcare Colorado in 1996. And for 5 years, the work lived there and was like guided by a steering committee made up of leaders from the governor's office, from the Department of Human Services, from the nonprofit that we eventually become, and a few other key partners.
Yeah.
And then when that government funding was ending, it was sort of like, what are we going to do now? Like, this work has to keep going. And so our work moved out into the community into a statewide nonprofit. And we lived there. I like to say we grew up there. We lived there for 18 years as a program of this nonprofit, and continued to have really strong relationships with our state agencies. And in 2019, we took over that nonprofit and became our own standalone organization. So in some ways, we're like sort of young, and in some ways, our work goes way back, and we're turning 30 this year.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. It's a long
Yeah.
time.
Mhm.
What makes this company different than other companies in your field?
I think what makes us different is that we really work at sort of the intersection where health and early childhood come together. And that really, comes to fruition in our work when we're thinking about early childhood settings. So we do a lot of work in childcare settings across the state. There are thousands of childcare programs across Colorado, and we really want to be there to support them around any health topic. And that's like another thing that kind of sets us apart is that we focus on all the healths. That's what we love to say. And we really identify with the World Health Organization's definition of like, what does that mean when you say health? It means physical health, it means oral health, it means mental health and behavioral health, it means environmental health. So we're sort of like looking at all of these aspects of health and really focusing in on those early years of like prenatal through age 8 is really the audience of folks that we're trying to reach. And
Awesome.
we're the only organization that really works at that intersection.
Yeah.
And so it's been really great.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a very important place to be, definitely. Why did you choose Enterprise Coworking?
So we chose Enterprise. Mostly, and we've been working, so for 7 years, we've been working in co-working spaces.
Mhm.
Um, and so we've been in, this is our third co-working space. We had one that went out of business during, or kind of early on in the pandemic.
Yeah.
We moved to another one that was nearby. It was the energy that like drew us to enterprise. There's a lot, you can feel the energy. There's a lot of people around, like there's activities going on to, encourage sort of networking and relationship building between all of the folks here. And it's in a fun neighborhood. So like I think sort of all of those things together was what drew us to like choosing enterprise and being able to like settle in here and stay for a while.
Yes, because we love having you guys here.
Yeah.
So the last question, speaking to our viewers here, is there anything else that you would like them to know about Healthy Childcare Colorado?
I think I would like everybody to know that like we are, an early childhood nonprofit organization, and we are always looking for different ways that we can be innovative and partner with other folks. And that doesn't just mean other nonprofits. And so I know there's lots of members here that do a lot of different things and run different types of businesses and organizations and startups and sort of all of those things. And so we're always open to like learning about what other groups are doing and like seeing if there's any synergy there with anything that we might be working on, particularly on things that are a little bit that aren't so niche, right? Like everyone has to have something going on in their organization around culture and operations and um, HR and like data and evaluation and those types of things. And I think those are like cross-cutting across any kind of organization you're in. And so just knowing that like we are open to like being a thought partner, we're open to sharing, we're open to working on stuff together with other groups. So what benefits one of us benefits all of us. And so why not share some of those things? So we're always open to that. We're always also looking for people who are interested in supporting our mission, right? Whether that means like volunteering on like our board of directors or providing advisement to us, providing sponsorships and funding and things like that. So yeah, we're always open to exploring what partnership might look like with organizations that are kind of a little bit outside of our realm.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Love that. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us today, telling us a little bit about Healthy Childcare Colorado. For more information for people who'd like to know, you can go to the website healthychildcareco.org. We will also have it linked below as well. But Taryn, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Lauren.